Welcome to Essence Haverhill, at least the electronic version. Today is Tuesday, and Tuesday is for movement. On Wednesday we wear pink, and on Tuesday we move. Too soon? Okay. So, for today, I'm going to demonstrate a warm-up exercise we use to get into tree. So tree is a balanced exercise where we balance on one leg as well as also having a hip opening exercise. We balance trying to keep our spine straight and bring our arms up overhead. And try not to fall over or fall backwards. There's the rub. So, a nice thing we can do is just work first on our balance. And to work on our balance, all we have to do is root down on one leg. So, make sure you keep a little bit of a bend. You don't want to lock out your leg. Make sure that you are making contact with the ground with all of the surfaces of your feet. The ball of your feet, the heel, the toes, the side. Your arches are going to be up unless you have flat feet, and that's cool too. So, make sure you're in constant contact with the floor. Knee has a little bit of a bounce to it. Not straight, not sitting, just a little bit of a bounce. And you just lift up. You lift off your hip. Try to keep your back straight because you're going to want to kind of tilt this way to overcompensate. Just this. Awesome. Try it on the other leg. One leg's going to be better than the other. Just as humans, we have one side that's more dominating. I have a very strong left side because I'm used to carrying on my left so that I can do things with my right. So my left side is actually my strong side and my right side is my more dexterous side. As you see, my body is not going completely straight. That's fine. That's something to work towards. All right. Next thing we can work on is opening the hip. First, we're not going to worry about balance, and we're just going to point our toe. Like a little ballerina. Just point your toe up. Bend in the leg. Keep your knees soft. And then just open, pivoting the hip out. Keeping your body straight as possible, and then bringing it in. Bring it out. Bring it back in. Out again. And in. All right. You can do the same thing on the other side. I like to put on a really happy, bouncy beat, and then I can just kind of groove to it. One song I can suggest is Boogie Woogie Woogie. I'm gonna boogie woogie woogie till you just can't boogie no more. Boogie no more. So you don't really feel like, oh gosh, this is so stupid. Put on some fun music. Disco is great for this. I highly recommend disco. All right. The next bit, this is why you would kind of want a disco beat, is we're going to pick up our knee, we're going to open our hip up, and we're going to step to the side. And that just gets some mobility, more extra mobility, and a little bit of balance. And then we're going to lean back, we're going to pick up the leg again, bring it forward, and drop it. Up, out, down, up, in, down. And that's just opening up your hip socket. Do the same on the other side. I'm going to go a little quicker just for demo purposes. And this, don't really worry about what your upper half is doing. It's just trying to compensate for the movement. It's not going to be pretty. You're being a little over dramatic with your motions. Okay, everything's kind of warmed up. Now see how you feel trying to integrate that all together into your tree position. Well, if balance is not your suit right now, you can grab onto a wall. Holding onto a wall, this imaginary wall, I'm a mime. Point your toe and open up your hip. There you go. You are in modified tree. You can use the wall. You can just be like this, like a tripod. Hands to heart. Hands can go up. You can be silly and try to do some mobility with your arms, be a tree in the wind. Whatever have you. If you want to add a little bit of balance, you can either place the foot on the meaty part of your calf or the meaty part of your thigh. Never place anything on your knee joint, because what you'll do is you'll just slam it right out of place. And then you'll fall over. And then you'll be out of commission for a couple of weeks, maybe your entire life. So just avoid the knee region. I am not as flexible as I used to be, so coming all the way up here is just kind of silly for me. I mean, I can do it, but it doesn't make me happy. So, there's no shame in just bringing the leg up, opening, and then coming to where you're comfortable, as long as you're not on a joint. Straighten the spine, find your balance. Again, focus on making sure that your foot is making contact with the entire floor. Place your hands to your heart. And you may just stay here. This is great. This is awesome. You're working so much in your leg and your ankle, all those little control muscles, trying not to fall over. You're staring at a spot. You're just wiggling it out, right? I'm gonna fall out of this if I'm not careful. All right. If this is good and you want to add a little challenge, just bring your arms up. And then you can expand out. This is good. This is actually really, really hard. And you should be really proud of being able to do this. No matter what your legs are doing, just this. And keeping the shape and keeping straight and opening your hips and making full contact with the floor. This is a lot as I fall over. If you want to add more because you're crazy, you can just little snake arms. And when you add the little snake arms, you're now a tree in the wind. You can be playful and do other things if you are comfortable. If you're not, don't. And after a while, all of this is going to be yelling at you. That's okay. You're building muscle there. Those little control muscles that you kind of never remember. And then when you feel it, you come out. You're generous. You shake everything out. You give yourself some ankle rolls. Make sure everything's all good. And then you place all of that weight on the opposite leg. And you do the same damn thing over again. And that is our movement for Movement Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you can practice. I hope you feel a little bit in your hips. I hope you feel more confident in this position, this pose. And I will see you next week for a different Movement Tuesday. Take care. Bye.